I'm Brian Van, sportbiketrackgear.com, and today we're going to do a product review on our all-new 2015 version of our STG Tire Warmer. It's been a while since we've done this. This product that I have here in front of me today is the evolution of all the other variants that we've ever offered. Learned a lot along the way. Made in the U.S. by the largest tire warmer manufacturer, the most premium tire warmer manufacturer in the United States of America. It's not going to take you very long to figure out exactly who that is. So we have a very high quality design and high quality materials used here. The best part, right, is my goal was to deliver a product that was affordable, would perform, and would last. The best part of this whole thing is $249.95 is the price. Shipping is for free to the lower 48 United States on this product, as it is over $40. These are designed to work on US voltage, so if you're an international customer, this really is not an option for you, so please be aware of that. US voltage only. With this product, right, we changed several things. The exterior fabric is a ballistic nylon. It's a nice, robust fabric. We still got the shock cord in there to help keep the tire warmer fitted around the tire properly. We've got a very bright LED heavy gauge cord. The LED light is going to let you know when the warmers are operating. Nomex lined. Okay, this is premium liner. We've got a good measure of insulation built into the warmer to help keep the heat into the tire, right? High quality Velcro. The stitching, everything is fantastic. 1-year warranty against any manufacturer product defects, right? Remember, with your tire warmers, it is critical that when they are in use, they are stretched around the tire. And in this video, we're actually going to go out in the shop, and on one of the race bikes, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what I do when I put my warmers on my bike. And I can tell you right now, I have never had a burn through, ever. You follow the simple procedure that I'm going to show you, right, time after time, you're never going to have an issue. Let's talk about fitment. What size tires are these going to be right for? These are super bike size, right? So basically 120/70 fronts, right? Your average race tire, okay, for the front. And for the rear, this is going to work from 180 up to a big 200. The tire we're actually going to show you today, we're going to be stretching this around a big 200 Michelin Slick on the Honda CBR 1000RR. You're going to get one rear warmer, one front, and one easy carrying bag. The internal temp is set single temp to 175 degrees, which at the end of the day, if you look at all of the tire manufacturers out there, that is a good temp for them. You can get, right, adjustable temp warmers. They're a lot more money. Like I said, my goal here was to deliver a product to our customer base that you could count on, that was affordable and it fit in the budget. Because let's be honest, this sport is expensive. And having the ability to save some money and get a good quality single temp product, I think is an option that many people are going to enjoy. Now, we're going to head out the shop. I'm going to show you what I like to do when I put my warmers on the bike and how I take them off. And if you follow that, it's really going to help your equipment last a lot. Okay, now let's take a minute and let's cover how I would use my tire warmers. Like I said, I've had great results over the years, right? I've always used either our brand or Chicken Hawk. I'll give you a hint where these were built, right? First thing in the morning, right? Tires are cold, okay? We're going to start our day when you're racing or riding track days. Notice I've got my warmers in their nice little carrying bag. Of course, pit bull stand. Front end here, get the bike up on the stands. I like to start off with a good baseline cold tire pressure, so we're going to go ahead and we dial that in first before I do anything with the warmers. I've already got my power source set up. Notice that I'm using an extension cord here that's got 3 outlets on the end of it. One thing you want to be cognizant of too is using some of these real cheap power strips. Some of those really cheap power strips, and I see a lot of people using them, right? Those cheap power strips, in time, the contacts internally, they'll get worn and stuff, and you get really inconsistent results. And when you're feeding any tire warmer, when you're feeding at wonky voltage like that, because you're increasing resistance as those things get burnt up on the inside, you do not get good results. Personally, I really prefer to use an extension cord like this, where it's all wired up and sealed as one piece. We're going to begin our day. Warmers out of the bag. Remember, when I put these away yesterday, I waited till they were totally cooled off until I put them away. As always, treated nicely, wrapped up nicely. Go ahead and unwind the warmers. Let's get it Velcroed on the wheel. And as I roll it back, you'll see I'm stretching the warmer around the tire. Okay, like so. Fasten the Velcro right there. Come over here, plug in our warmer. You can clearly see this is now heating the tire. The LED light is illuminating. Internal thermostat, 175 degrees. As it reaches temperature, you will see this shut off, okay? Get to the back, same deal. Got a big 200 Michelin rear slick on this one. And we were careful with the warmers to make sure that we had plenty of distance to cover that 200 tire as well as a 195. The other day, the 200 and the 195 are pretty darn close in size. It'll also work for a 180. I'm going to go ahead and stretch this over nicely and then repeat the process that we showed you there. Front, I want to try and keep the warmer stretched evenly all the way around. You can see that this thing covers that big 200, no worries. You don't want to have this warmer bunched up anywhere. You want to have it stretched nice and consistently all down the tire. If it's bunched anywhere, that creates a hot spot that could create a burn through. From here, pretty simple stuff. I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to look for our LED, which indicates that it's lighting, okay? When I'm starting my track day or a race day, race practice day, whatever, you know, before I go out on track, you know, I like to see personally, especially with a single tip warmer, you know, I like, depending on the ambient temperatures outside, you know, a nice minimum of 20 minutes of heating time on the warmers, right? But a little closer to 40. When you're doing track days and you're riding 20-minute sessions, you can, after you come off the track, put the motorcycle on the stands, put the tire warmers back on, leave them plugged in, right? You're typically, no worries leaving them plugged in during the break between sessions. When you get to lunch, what I like to do, depending on what session I'm going to be riding, if I'm riding the advanced session, right, and it's the second session out after lunch, that's going to give me well over an hour, right? The bike's going to be sitting for almost a couple hours. I like to come in, stretch the warmers around the tires, not plug them in right away, and I will plug them back in, you know, 20 minutes to a half an hour before I'm going to go out and ride my next session again. I find that is the best way to manage the tire warmers. Now, let's talk about preparing to go out on the racetrack and just caring for your warmers, showing them a little love, right? Your equipment's only going to treat you as good as you treat it. My first step is always this: unplug. I don't use a little switch where I sit there and just flip a toggle on a switchboard. Those things are junk. I unplug the warmers so they are for sure off. I then come to the front. I undo the front first. And this is just my personal little system. I like to put my front stand right to the left of my bike. I like to drape my front warmer over the top of the pit bull stand handle. And with the rear, I'm going to do the same exact thing, right? Clearly, my tire warmers are unplugged because I'm not using one of those, right, power strips. Those things are junk. Warmers are unplugged. Warmers are now draped nicely over the handle of this absolutely gorgeous pit bull stand. You follow this procedure, your tire warmers are going to last a long time. This set of warmers will last you several seasons if you treat them nice. If you abuse your equipment, if you leave them plugged in while they're hanging out here, here's what's going to happen. They're bunched up. You're going to have a hot spot, okay? It is quite likely going to damage the insulation. Then they're going to require a repair. That stuff's not warranted. Any manufacturer defects with a warmer has just quit functioning, quit heating, and there's no burn-through damage to it. You have a full 1-year warranty that we here will stand behind and make sure that you are out on the racetrack riding, having a good time. I believe in this product. I really love the quality and the fitment and performance that we landed on, but that $249 price point is something I was working hard to deliver because, like I said, this is an expensive hobby. These are 2015 STG Tire Warmers.